Righto, it has arrived. The Minitech GX mill. It's been sitting here for 2 weeks and I've been desperately waiting to unbox it. And today is the day. Let's see what we got. This looks pretty cool. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. What a nice looking piece of equipment. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's see what we got here. All right, so there's a few boxes in here, which I'll clear out of the way. Not sure what that is. This is a Sherline tooling plate. Exactly like my old one right here, because these are very, very handy with all the grooves and all the fixtures. I'll do a separate video on this later on. This is my old mill, which I have upgraded the servos and the spindle and everything myself. But that tooling plate, that's what that is. And that means I can reuse all of my old tooling on this plate here. Now there's something important to see with this mill, and I think this is the first Minitech GX has ever done this for, but this actually has an extra 100 millimeters on the x-axis. So the entire bed and all of the travel has gone from 300 millimeters up to 400 millimeters. This is a big deal because the automatic tool change holder, which is what this is, see that's got a spring on it. That way if the spindle accidentally comes down too hard, it won't do itself any damage. But because that's using up a little bit of the bed, we can secure this all the way at the maximum end of the travel. And it means we still get an absolutely enormous machining envelope. So the machining envelope on this mill is 200 by 400 millimeters, which is pretty good. Yeah, normally machines that do that are dramatically larger. The reason why this one can get away with it is two things. See that? That entire, I'm not sure what the proper name for it, let's say structure, is pure granite. So the bottom and this piece here are all pure granite. Reason for the granite: when you tap steel with a hammer, it'll ring like a bell. Now imagine you've got a tiny little end mill. It's kind of like a record player, but in reverse.
Yeah.
As it sits there and pings the vibration into the job that you're trying to do.
Yeah.
So all vibration will turn up on the surface level when you start talking about this level of machinery. All right, so where to from here? I think I might, not sure how I'll do the next step. I think I'll take these walls off and together we'll just lift it up, eh?
Yeah.
And then that will let you see it from front on a bit more. Interestingly, on this mill, I had opted not to get the Minitech control package. And my rationale was that initially I just wanted to try my existing ClearPath solution, which are these stunning American-made servos that I've been using here. In theory, I think these were able to get down to, I think it was 0.8 of a micron, notionally speaking, per step.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, that's per increment of encoder resolution. We'll do another separate video on this too, but this is my homemade mill controller. Just plug that in. My intent will be that we'll or reuse potentially a bunch of this. So there's quite a bit of things to figure out. So we certainly won't be making chips today. A day like today comes only maybe a few times in your life. This is my last mill and it is beautiful. So what have we got? Oh, compressed air. That's to run the ATC. I'm not entirely sure what that line is. Could be coolant air. I can't see it appearing here, so it must go into the back of the motor. And then obviously you've got the main motor control unit there. And hopefully I've got a pin somewhere on here that looks a lot like it. Oh, I thought it wasn't going to fit for a second. A lot of people know machining, but the world changes completely when you go into this diameter class. In normal machining, everything below a 2mm end mill is considered micro machining. For this mill, a 2mm bit is considered a bulking bit. So when you need to hob out huge amounts of material, you pull out your hobbing 2mm end mill and watch the chips fly. So just to put a little bit of scale to it. In terms of the bottom end, which I am not going to go to, it goes from here to here, and I'm only going to go to there, I'm going to say. At the bottom end, there's footage of this same mill going down to 25 micron. So 2000 micron is where micro machining is considered to start, and this goes down to 25 micron. For scale, the average human hair is 150 micron. The mill bit is so small, you can't even see or hear when you just lost $300. All right, well that is the first bit of the unboxing done. I have no idea what's inside of these, so let's find out. To open, that's right. Ah, it does too. It's a box within a box. It'll be an even smaller box inside of this box. Boy, it's heavy. Okay. And this one's not about to fall open either. This package was brought to you by a package tape manufacturer. Oh, I think it is a vise. Ah, look at that. There's a proper little, probably, for anyone watching, it's probably the smallest machine vise you'll ever see. But in the world of what we're up to, it's a behemoth monster. So that is obviously so you can twist it up and set that at an angle. Cool, not bad, not bad. I suspect we're not going to use a huge amount of the vise because we'll probably be mounting directly to the plate that we talked about earlier, that shoreline plate, but we'll see. You never know where you're going to go. And that looks like the little handle for it there. I feel like a kid in Christmas time. All right, what else have we got here? Let's find out what's in here.
Package number 2.
It's actually the best Christmas ever. Cables. Oh, these are the servo cables. Beautiful. What on earth? I know what these are. If you want to smuggle something expensive, don't bother with drugs. What you need to do is import Nakanashi collets and collet holders. I can't remember exactly, but I think that little box is about $250.
Oh,
I know. And then this little collet, which I'm scared to open right now, I think is worth about 150 or so. Metrol. Oh, that is a cable. Ah, this is the limit switches. What on earth do we have here? Ah, so this little thing is pretty mind-blowing. Because basically, how on earth do you calibrate a end mill when the thing is 50 micron in diameter?
yeah.
Because any normal touch-off sensor will simply break. This one here is much softer than the average touch-off sensor, so that when you come down to test your bit, hopefully you won't break it and become $300 poorer. I'll do a whole separate video on end mill selection later on. It kind of works out that in this diameter class, all the old things don't apply anymore. It's like a whole world of different machining. The bits that we're going to be using for the most part will be diamond, single flute, and what we're actually interested in is the diamond, which is so hard, against copper. It will basically mean that the diamond never wears, ever. The only way that we'll get genuine wear is from the run out on the mill,
Yeah.
slowly hardening the metal in the end mill itself. Nakanishi, maybe. Nakanishi.
Probably pronounced it wrong.
Probably. So, what is in here? Oh, this is the airline kit. So basically, the other trouble that machines of this class have, everything is down to so much precision that if you get the tiniest little bit of grit anywhere inside the spindle, well, you'd be buying a new spindle.
Yeah.
And so basically what this is this is a filter set that will pull every last nanogram of dust out, and so that all the air going into the spindle is absolutely perfectly clean.
Yeah.
So that will be interesting. And I'm not sure, but I need to investigate drying the air as well too, to make sure we don't damage anything. Anyway, that's very cool. Look at that.
Fancy.
Excellent. All right, well that's the unboxing. Cheers, see you later, and have a good day.